Since the introduction of the MCU and all these years after this successful franchise, we've gotten pretty much amazing characters, stories. Yes, there's been hiccups here and there, but for the most part, everything has just been going smoothly. We've had some team-ups, some duos, even trios in the case of, the Trinity in the Avengers, Cap, Thor, Iron Man. Those three have been, grouped together and given much shine. But, we've gotten some duos, unlikely ones, such as Sam and Bucky. We've gotten so many couples in the MCU. The latest one, Layla and Mark in Moon Knight. And so now I want to talk about Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff, and Clint Barton, Hawkeye, the relationship that has been forgotten in the MCU. Wanda Maximoff in the MCU right now is pretty much one of the most famous, one of the most loved characters at this moment. And yes, I know she's going to return. She didn't actually die in Multiverse of Madness. There's going to be a way they're going to bring her back. And of course, Clint Barton, Hawkeye, one of the original Avengers. He's been in the MCU for about a decade now or more now. And people love him. Yeah, he's underrated. Like, of all the Avengers, he and Black Widow are the most underrated, but people have gotten to appreciate his character more and love him more as the years have gone by. His Disney Plus show, although not the best, it was still entertaining. So back to Clint and Wanda's relationship. They first encountered or met each other in Avengers Age of Ultron. That is when we first got introduced to Wanda Maximoff and Pietro Maximoff, and they were immediately interesting, and I felt like they were just going to be mainstays in the MCU. But what I didn't see coming is them killing off Pietro.
You didn't see that coming.
Their first encounter, he knocked her out. She was manipulating the Avengers non-stop. And Hawkeye, Clint was the only one who was able to stop her. And fast forward in the movie, Wanda found out that Ultron was, capping. This guy was telling lies about his true plans, what he was planning for Earth. So she sided with the Avengers. She fought with the Avengers. And then, during all that commotion, all that battle, she was, she was scared because this was the first time she was, in the middle of all this chaos. And who was there to comfort her? It was not her brother. It was Hawkeye. It was Clint, who connected with her emotionally and motivated her, to stand her ground and face every tribulation, every troubles that may come her way head on.
Stay in here, you're good. I'll send your brother to come find you, but if you step out that door, you are an Avenger.
And that's what she did. Heck, I was even motivated to join in the fight, but I just let the professionals do the work. But it was just an amazing scene to see this powerless guy talking to this powerful character who doesn't even know her full potential yet, and it worked out. You would think that it would be Captain America, considering he tried to get them to see reason when they first met.
You two can still walk away from this.
No, we will.
I know you've suffered.
So super fast forward, the next movie they were in together was in Avengers Civil War. Captain America Civil War. And that was when a scene where he tried to break her out of her house arrest after all that, Sokovia Accords, who would do this, who would do that, when should they do this, when should they do that, all that bullshit. And her attempt to stop a bomb from exploding didn't go so well. So Cap was recruiting his own team, and then Hawkeye was, of course, sent to go and rescue her, not so much as rescue her, but, let her see reason, bail her out, talk her into, joining Cap's team. Of course, he was already with Cap. In the beginning, we saw her fighting with Cap. He was there in times of her need then, and then of course he couldn't rescue shit because how can he fight Vision? She ended up being the one to rescue him, but she still followed him because he was like a brother, or should I say an older brother or a father figure, even though Hawkeye isn't that old. So during that battle between Team Cap and Team Iron Man, they fought together. They were almost together in some of the scenes, and you can see that they were looking out for each other and all that. There was closeness, there was bondness that has been formed from Age of Ultron to Civil War. The next project they were in was in Avengers Endgame together, and Infinity War, Hawkeye was not there. Of course, that's why they lost. And they appeared in Avengers Endgame. The scene that they were in was just so emotionally touching. You can see and you can feel the closeness between the two. Clint hoping that Black Widow, Natasha, knows that they have won amidst all the sacrifice, and Wanda comforting him that yeah, they do know that they have won. Not just Natasha, but Vision as well. So they were both there for each other because they both lost something. Clint lost his best friend and Wanda lost her love. And it was just touching. And that's it, folks. Yes, the relationship had disappeared. Post Endgame, We haven't seen them together. No mention. I think there was a mention somewhere about Clint, in the conversation to Wanda. I don't remember that particular scene, but I vaguely remember something like that. But you would think that in the course of her journey through WandaVision, that whole story, Clint will make an appearance, or Marvel Studios will be like, hey, we connected these two characters, we built a relationship between them in 3 movies. Why don't we let Clint come in and show her some love? Because you would think that is what will happen. I do understand it, of course, contracts and characters that sometimes they just want to have them do their own thing and all that. But like Marvel, MCU, you've built this interconnected universe, this world where characters make appearances here and there. So when you build a relationship like this, I expect them to connect with each other when times are hard. I expect them to come together in some things, especially something like this. When Wanda was going through a hard time, you would think that Wanda will call Clint. A very plausible idea, not out of the world, that she will call someone that she sees as an older brother, because Wanda was literally causing chaos in the world, and then no one called Clint, no one called the Avengers. And these are some of the problems when you build an interconnected universe, an interconnected world, and some shit happens and you're like, so where are the Avengers, where are all the other characters living in this world? But anyway, I just hope that their relationship is not dead. I know that Wanda, her time in the MCU, she's still going strong, and we are going to see more of her. With Clint Hawkeye, I don't know what is going to happen, because with the Hawkeye show, they ended it with such a way that Kate is taking over. But that also doesn't necessarily mean that Hawkeye or Clint is going to retire. This guy has been trying to retire since Captain America Civil War. So I know that they may bring him back. His journey may not have ended yet, and he may be one of the senior Avengers. The only ones left is left with Thor, Hawkeye, and Hawk. They are the only 3 members left of the original Avengers. It may be part of the new figureheads that may lead the ones that have now come up and joined. But anyway, let me know in the comments below what you thought of all this relationship, this bond that has been formed between Wanda and Clint and has been totally forgotten in the MCU at this point. Anything can happen, and let me know in the comments below if you want them to rekindle this relationship in future MCU projects. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell not to miss any other video. As always, Neddy Sage here. See you guys in the next one.